I just don't understand. Like that shit, it just doesn't make no sense to me.
I don't understand why they're doing it so late. It don't make no sense, but I don't know. It's neither here nor there. For the most part, though, I have not seen 3 of the movies.
You see what I'm saying? Okay.
Miss Marvel, the second Thor, and the second Ant-Man. Everything else I seen. But yeah, we're gonna tier list these things instead of ranking them because I don't know. We could have ranked them. It would have been easier, but I guess the tier thing makes better. Welcome to the N.W.A, where we do tier list. We're preparing.
Why you sound so salty about this?
We're preparing for Black Widow. That's why we're doing this. And all 23 Marvel movies, MCU movies. Excuse me, because like if I say Marvel movies, you know, Elektra and Daredevil ain't up here. And
Fantastic Four.
And yeah, Fantastic Four. Even the first one, the very first one. I'm talking about the first one, not the one.
Yeah.
The unreleased first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And the Captain America one when his ears were glued to his head.
You know, now that I'm looking at this list, I actually seen a lot of them actually. Shit.
Well, good. So so you guys hear it. Let me go ahead and introduce everybody, the squad. We got Animus Prime Jr.
What is up, peoples?
Owner Rage Isaac.
What up, everybody?
Flores Bloom Noah.
I hate everyone.
Oh.
Jimmiemaxx.
I have reached my perfect form.
No, you haven't.
And I am Shin the Hero. Okay, so our tier list, we got the best, no question. And then that's basically for those layman's terms, it's S tier. It'd be S tier. That they these are the best movies in that tier. I'd watch it again. That is they're good movies. They're good. They're pretty decent movies. Where if it was playing on TV, I'll watch it again. Meh is
B.
Meh. Yeah, meh is. Nah, I mean, I wouldn't. Meh. Yeah, I guess meh is C. I guess you could put meh as B.
Yeah, it wasn't
C.
good. It wasn't bad. It was meh.
And trash.
CD.
Why Marvel is trash, man? Why did they make this movie? If Black Widow was up here, Black Widow will be up probably in that. Just in my opinion. Anyway, so I'ma just I guess go down the list and everything, and yeah, and we're just gonna say what goes where. So I guess we'll start things off with I was gonna go in order.
Would have been better.
I mean, this was already set up on the site. I could go in order. I mean, I know the order, but I'll just go. Avengers Assemble. What is Isaac? What do you feel like this is? Trash? Why Marvel?
This is the first Avengers, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'd put it in. I watch it again.
Okay. Yeah. You want to elaborate?
I mean, the first Avengers was like, it was a big deal to see these superheroes on the screen together. Like we were saying the other day, there are some problems with the movie as a whole, but it being like a spectacle, I would definitely watch it again because that one shot of them standing in a circle and now you have the Avengers together on screen for the first time is, undeniably one of the coolest moments. So I watch it again. Plus, I like watching Hulk slam Loki. It's great. So
okay, all right. JR.
Yeah, I put it on. I'd watch it again.
Same reasons.
Yeah.
Also, it introduced me to shawarma, and I fucking love shawarma.
Okay. Noah, have you seen Avengers?
Yes.
Where you putting it?
I put on the meh.
Under meh. Why?
It was alright. It wasn't like no groundbreaking movie to me. It was alright. It was entertaining.
Groundbreaking. It was groundbreaking. It was like one of the first where all the heroes, like, we had movies building up to this, and then they did the Avengers.
It was mad to me. I ain't watching it again. If it's on TV, I'm skipping it.
Oh, okay. All right. Jimmy, do you agree?
I would watch it again.
You put Avengers and I'd watch it again?
I'll watch it again. It wasn't meh, but I will watch it again. Only because I'm watching Loki. If you would have asked me that like a month ago, I'd have been like, meh, hell nah, trash. Like,
oh.
But Loki kind of gave it a little bit of redeeming qualities, a little.
Okay. All right. Well, then we are going to put that bad boy into I'd watch it again.
What would you say?
No lie. I agree with Noah. It's kind of meh. I honestly feel like it's a overrated, one of the most overrated Marvel movies.
And
The Avengers, yeah. I mean, there's spots and stuff I'll fast forward to, and just so I can see the scene again and everything. But like sitting through the movie again, I just like, I feel just like Noah. If it was on TV, I'd be like, I don't care. I mean, as a movie, at least for someone who loves comics and comic books and superheroes, all that junk in general. But the Avengers themselves, I was more excited hearing about the Justice League movie, even though it didn't do well.
the Sweden's Justice.
Just hearing about the Justice League movie in general, because those characters are way more popular than the Avengers. Granted, the Marvel movies did make these characters cool and everything, but and make them household names. But the Avengers movie, like, it's just, I don't know, it's not as hype for me. Not one of those hype movies, especially as the years went on. It's not as one of those hype Marvel movies for me. I don't hope it would make my top 10 if we were doing a top 10, but yeah, it's a meh for me. But we're going with the majority. All right, so next up, the Incredible Hulk. I
didn't even know this was a part of the.
Yeah, it was the second one. It was the second one.
They don't talk about it much.
Didn't they get a whole new guy to play this?
Yeah.
People are talking about it now because Abomination showed up in the.
Yeah.
This shit trash. We all agree, trash.
What?
Oh, we don't all agree.
Of course you don't.
I'd put Incredible Hulk and I'd watch again.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen it, so shit. I don't know. I was just talking shit.
Hey, they got the best looking Hulk. That Hulk looked better than Mark Ruffalo Hulk.
True.
Yeah.
I feel like he's probably stronger than his Hulk too. And Edward Norton, he played a great Bruce Banner, man. Like
he does.
I get why they recast him, kind of like how Terrence Howard became Don Cheadle. I get it, but like I like the Incredible Hulk. It's one of those movies where if it was on TV, I'd watch it no matter where it is. And then we get Abomination. We get a real Hulk villain, man. He ain't fighting no poodles.
Wow. I love that. That's
a good callback.
Yeah, he fought 3 Hulk dogs in an older movie.
That whole movie was weird in general.
It was.
But yeah, I say I'd watch again. Jimmy, Hulk, Incredible Hulk.
Actually, I would watch it again. Not only because I haven't seen it in a while, but because it's got one of my favorite scenes from any type of Hulk situation when he just straight booted the fuck out the man across the fucking yard, field, wherever. He was skidding across, like, you know how you be skipping stones on the water.
Oh, Neil Blosky, he was.
For that scene alone, I'll watch it again. I'll watch the whole movie just to see that scene.
Just for that.
Isaac?
Yeah, I definitely have to put this in. I'd watch it again because, like Jimmy was saying, it's got one of my favorite Hulk out sequences ever made. Like the part with him in the glass walkway filled with smoke, and you see his hand come up.
Oh
And
yeah.
it, like, starts changing, and he comes out of it. I was like, oh my god. Plus, that end fight scene with him and Abomination is one of the best, like, Marvel, CGI big fight scenes I've ever seen. The fact that Hulk split a cop car in two and used it as boxing gloves is fucking cool.
And not only I give that fight even more credit because Hulk says Hulk smash. He like
Yeah.
So yeah. JR?
Absolutely.
I was really gearing up to saying meh, but now remembering it the way you guys remember it, and I'm like thinking about it again, I'm like, this is a movie that I would watch again. It's just that it has that one character that I just don't like. It was Betty Ross.
Yeah.
I just don't like her that version of Betty Ross.
Yeah, I agree. She's couldn't get it.
And she's so soft spoken. You can't really tell that she's a scientist at all.
Fair point.
Yeah. But everything that y'all said, like, the best part for me was the beginning when he was in Brazil. I just thought that whole beginning was just so it sticks with me the most. Also, the music is great.
Noah, you said you didn't watch this one, right?
Yeah, I didn't even know it was part of the MCU.
Going off of what everybody said, just going off of what you've heard, where would you put it from there? Well, let me ask you. Let me change the
I'll
question.
watch it.
I asked you that. Like, going off of what we said, would you watch it?
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Okay. We will put that bad boy in. I'd watch it again.
Yo, do me last. I'll be right back.
Alright, gotcha. Next up, Captain America, the first one. The first Avenger.
Can I give it a 0?
That's not one of the options, dog.
Ouch.
Jimmy, that is not one of the options. Why you want to give it a 0? Are you saying you putting it in trash? Is that what you telling it?
I put it in the trash. I'm talking about we gonna put that. We ain't even gonna put it in the recycling bin. Fuck the environment. We throwing them in the trash.
Why,
Grinder.
sir?
Yeah, you didn't
Why?
have to ask me to go first. I volunteered to throw this thing in the trash.
Why?
Why?
Cause man, first of all, we got the bullshit ass, racist looking ass suit. We got fake Bucky. We got
Wait.
crackhead fucking Red Skull. Man, we just have a lot going on with this movie. It just didn't sit well with me. And they talk about the first Avenger. No, as anybody, I know you haven't seen Captain Marvel, but anybody else who's seen Captain Marvel know that was an automatic. They didn't like him so much. They retconned the first Avenger shit the fuck up out of it. But they couldn't take it out of the title, so now they just got a fake ass title that don't make no fucking sense.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Y'all know how I be. It be certain movies that I be like, I hate that movie.
Captain America, First Avenger
Is
is
one of them.
Yeah, what?
Hate that movie.
All right.
Right there.
Okay.
JR.
I don't know how to respond after that. I would give it a meh. I would say I necessarily hate it. It's just the more boring of the Captain America movies overall.
And that stupid ass song. And man,
I actually like this song.
Okay.
I thought it was corny in the way that I like. And it's like way back then. And he had his own comic book too.
All right.
But yeah.
So meh for you,
So meh.
Isaac.
Yeah, I'd have to give it a meh. I don't think it's I don't think it's a bad movie. I personally don't like it. I can't remember exactly what it was like because I went to see that movie in theaters and I remember sitting there and I was like, Captain America's a fucking dweeb. And then I have to at least give them some credit because they showed the fucking trailer for the first Avengers after, like, at the end of that movie, and I was so shell shocked. I was like, I can't wait for this next one. But yeah, Captain America at its best is a meh.
Yeah, I'd have. I don't think he's trash. I don't feel the same that our buddy Jimmy feels.
yeah, I throw that shit away, man. I know y'all don't. Y'all just like Captain America. Y'all don't like the movie.
But I mean, I don't even think it's a meh. In all honesty, I think it's in between trash and meh, and all personal.
Somewhere in that gray area.
For being personal,
Throw that shit away, man.
But
Get rid of that shit.
like, if I had to pick one though, like, it's something I wouldn't watch again for sure. But I
promise you,
I definitely wouldn't put it in the in trash. This wouldn't be something where like I would be ashamed saying I liked. No, let's just
Yeah.
So I'd have to put it in meh. I don't know if Noah is back yet. Is he still muted?
I just got back.
Okay. Noah, your 2 cents on Captain America, the first Avenger.
please, Noah. I feel like we're gonna be on the same page.
Shit.
Have you seen this one?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if I liked it or not. One of the Captain America movies put me to sleep. That's why I'm trying to remember if it was the first one or the third one.
It had to be the first one. The next two. There's no way the next two put you to sleep.
Yeah.
If anything, this first Captain America movie is typical. Is a typical superhero movie.
I feel like it's skippable also. Cause what Noah has said, falling asleep, reminded me I did fall asleep during this movie. I didn't see it in theaters or anything like that. I saw it at home. I had to go through this thing twice because I kept falling asleep. I wasn't even tired.
Wide awake during this shit show.
I don't know, because I ain't gonna lie, when I watched it again with my fiance, I did enjoy it more because I guess we was just joking around. I feel it's a man for me.
It's a man?
It's a man.
See, the baby agreed too.
When I was watching by myself, it did put. I want to say the third one put me to sleep too. I don't know.
Really? We'll get to that.
We'll
get to that one.
Yeah, we'll get to that one. We'll get to it.
Next up, Iron Man 2.
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Is this the one that
Okay. Is this the Iron Man when the guy came when he was at the racetrack with
Yep.
This Whiplash? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. This is the movie that put me to sleep when I was at work and I almost got in trouble for it. Put this shit in the trash.
Wait, what?
When I used to work at the mental hospital and the patients wanted to watch this and that shit put me to bed. So put it in the trash can for me.
Wait,
I
you
got
used to
you,
work
bro.
at a mental hospital?
Give it to
He
me.
did
Yes,
it.
sir.
Oh wow.
Throw me the alley. I'm gonna put it in the trash, bro.
All right,
I
go
got
ahead, Jim.
Oh wow, really?
throw me the alley, baby. I got it.
Okay, Jimmy, hi. Say your piece on it, man.
I do not like that. I honestly, I just realized that I only like the first Iron Man movie because Iron Man 2, I like the Iron Man armor suit. That's about all I can say good about it.
We get War Machine and Black Widow.
You done?
Oh man, that hurt right there, dog.
I mean, who the fuck are they? Who the fuck are they?
War Machine is cool, man.
Man, these goddamn D-list ass heroes, man.
I mean, Iron Man was a D-list hero.
Yeah, but he stepped it up. He went through the marks till he got up there. He started out like clink clank Iron Man, okay, but he got it together. What War Machine? You mean the knockoff suit that got carjacked? God, nigga. Wow. What?
I can't say no to that.
This was. I can't really remember what happened in Iron Man 3.
We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
I'm not mistaken. I think this was my least favorite Iron Man.
So
I
Iron Man
remember.
2, you say trash too.
It's trash.
Okay.
It's actually
Isaac,
surprisingly trash.
hold up. I think someone else came in here. Is that Doom?
It's me.
Oh, my boy Doom. Okay, so Doomville Arcade has entered the chat. He's one of my Legends partners. He runs Ronin with me and everything. He also has a YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, Doomville Arcade. Doom, tell him about yourself a little bit, man.
Imperious Doom. Just like the game. Big fan of comics. Big fan of the MCU, and I'm a big fan of the Nerds with Attitudes.
Oh shit! Thank you, man. We love you too. Now we gonna marry you. We engaged.
Hey, you know
That escalated real quick.
You know what got me? Y'all were doing like a top 5 animated fights, and so I had to commute to work, and I'm like, oh, I'll listen to it on a commute to work. It's a podcast. Shin was so hyped when he was talking about that Optimus fight. I damn near had to pull over. I almost had
That
to
makes
pull
me
over.
so happy.
Oh man. So yeah, I've been a fan of the channel since I discovered y'all have one.
We appreciate that, man. We appreciate that. Everybody say hi to Doom. He's one of my boys.
Hi, Doom.
What's good? What's good, everybody?
Alright, well, we got 3 movies out the way. I mean, if you wanted to say your piece on it, I mean, we ain't changing the order right now. But we got Avengers and I'd Watch It Again, and The Incredible Hulk is in I'd Watch It Again. And then Captain America First Avenger is meh. Right now we're on Iron Man 2.
Are we mad on Captain America 1?
If you listen to some of the things that everybody said,
Yeah.
It's generous.
Yeah. I guess I could see that. My brother was bagging on it real hard back in the day. Like, man, he got his powers and all he's doing is running fast. That's supposed to impress me. Chasing the cab. He was like, running fast. That's all he can do. You know?
You feel me?
Yeah, he was getting on him. So I guess I could feel that. And what was the other one? You had.
I'd Watch It Again, which was like B tier. Is Avengers and The Incredible Hulk.
Okay. First Avengers?
Yeah, First Avengers.
Oh, I'm in my feelings on that one. That's my.
It was the majority vote on that one, man. It was majority vote on that one.
Yeah, yeah.
You know that. Our S tier is the best, no question. So would you put Avengers S tier? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Why? Go ahead and elaborate, man. Go ahead and elaborate.
It was kind of groundbreaking insofar as a lot of superheroes coming together, you know. And as far as the MCU goes, I think it set it up really nice. But when, you know, growing up watching the animated cartoons, the Spider-Mans, the Batman animated series, the X-Men, I never really felt like they captured a superhero's powers accurately, right? There was you know, you had Superman catching planes, you had Magneto ripping up the Golden Gate Bridge, but there was nothing that really made me feel like that's him. And you know, when Bruce Banner, those famous lines, "That's my secret, Captain, I'm always angry," my head's been exploded ever since that moment. Ever since that moment, my head's been exploded. That was my first, when that took place, I felt like comic movies had really arrived for me when I saw that. So Avengers was a big deal for me. I got kind of, you know, got a little panic attack when that happened in the theater. So, you know, a little panic attack.
Now that he said about that line with Hulk thing, I totally forgot about that. And that happened in Avengers. I totally forgot about it. I still put it in. I'd watch it again, but like that's a good moment. That was a good moment.
Well, and then I think that, you know, and I know this is probably a hot take, but I think that action sequence was the #1 action sequence of all time.
Of all time? Of all 23 movies?
Let me tell you why. All right, you know, you got everything's falling apart. You knew everything was gonna work out in the end, but you didn't know how. You didn't know that the Hulk had control over his abilities like that. He transforms as soon as he hits that big crazy Chitauri. What was that? Like a...
It was like this whale monster.
Whatever it was, right?
Yeah.
Supposed to be a spaceship, but alive.
Yeah. It's nasty. He hits it and it does like an endo. It stands straight up and its spine breaks and all the armor is exposed, and then instinctively Iron Man's just right there. Hold on, and he just puts missiles in the back, and it just wow, and you know, and then from there, Hawkeye's up on the top of the building. You know, you've got Black Widow. She's riding. She hijacked one of the little hover bikes. She's riding through the air. Iron Man flies up. He's supporting her. He's supporting the other guys. Hawkeye. Then there's the Thor and Hulk little back and forth on top of it. Iron Man and Captain America had a little fusion move. Oh man, I was loving that. But that's just me. Maybe I'm easily impressed, but there wasn't another moment like that for me until Endgame. So
really,
no, there were some good moments though, but not another moment like that for me until Endgame.
Okay, all right. What about Incredible Hulk? We had that, and I'd watch it again. We also got we got our tiers is the best, no question. That's like S tier, God tier. I'd watch it again is like A or B tier. Meh is C, and then trash. Why did you make this Marvel?
Okay, I got you. I got you. I'm writing it down. I watch it again. Meh, and why'd you make it? Okay. Yeah, maybe meh. Maybe meh for Hulk.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe meh. You know, it was good, but I mean, it was good. It was good, but I don't know if you got to watch that one again. I mean, did it do anything outside of what other Hulk movies have done?
There's only been. It was better than Hulk. It was better than Hulk, and that was the only Hulk movie we got. I mean, you could maybe say Thor Ragnarok was half a Hulk movie, but other than that, I mean, I feel like that Hulk was better looking than the Hulk we got right now. He's bigger. He was way bigger than Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. He's way bigger than him, and I just feel like he looked more like Hulk. And I also liked Edward Norton as Bruce Banner.
I'm an Ed Norton fan, so let me. Yeah,
I mean, I mean that moment when he rips that car in half and put him on like boxing gloves and punches it and said, "Let's go, Abomination." Also, we get a Hulk villain. He ain't fighting poodles.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. When he was hitting him with you remember he ripped apart the car. He was hitting him with it, and the Hulk was talking.
Yeah.
And I like Tim Roth too. So. You see, Matt, this is why I said I need to watch some of these things again when you hit me about it earlier.
Yeah. That's why we didn't like rank them. We just put them in as a tier thing. It seemed easier on everybody's minds on that part. But right now we're on Iron Man 2. And so far we got 2 trash for Iron Man 2. What is your take on Iron Man 2? Where would you put Iron Man 2?
I put it... I'd say it's in the meh. I'd give it a meh because there's a couple of really good lines I like in that movie, but with the lack of a really, really notable villain, it'd be hard to put.
What's
put
wrong
it in
with
the
Whiplash? What is wrong with Whiplash, guys? Why y'all don't like Whiplash?
He was kind of boring.
He was forgettable. I've forgotten him already.
He cut a car in half, man. No?
Yeah, but other than that, there's nothing really notable about him. I mean, character.
He had a bird.
I mean, yeah. That was the only thing about his character. He likes birds.
Yeah, he had the tats. It was intimidating for what it was worth.
It was Mickey Rourke, man. Come on, man.
And?
Yeah.
No? All right. JR. Iron Man 2, where you putting it?
I would put meh. There was 2 good action scenes that I really loved about it, but other than that, it was forgettable.
See. So for me, I know. I asked you Iron Man 2. You said trash.
Yeah. Let's we all gonna put it in the trash?
No. Did Isaac come back yet?
I'm back.
Okay, Isaac, your take on Iron Man 2. So far we have 2 meh and 2 trash.
Iron Man 2. Is it weird? I wouldn't say I don't not like this movie. I don't like it as much as I like the first one, but I've watched this one more than I have the other 2. So I don't know where I stand on this movie.
God damn it, Isaac.
It's got some good lines. There's some pretty good lines. It's the first movie with Black Widow when she came out. They kind of put her over a little. She got some skills.
That's what I said with Jimmy, and Jimmy's like, "Are you done?" I said we got War Machine and Black Widow.
You know what? I would put it in. I'd watch it again because I love the briefcase suit. That's one of my favorite things. As Tony Stark keeps evolving, you see how he puts on his suits. They always give him something new to do in every movie, except for the third movie where he just doesn't put a suit on. But the fact that he had a briefcase ready and he put it on, I was like, damn.
That's actually cool. Originally how it was in the comics, though. He had a briefcase.
They opened the first time you see Iron Man in that movie, he jumps out of a plane with "Shoot to Thrill" by AC/DC playing. Yeah, I'd watch it again.
There are a couple of scenes in movies. If you having a bad day, you can watch the scene; it'll give you a laugh. Kind of like pick me up.
Yeah.
And Iron Man 2. I was actually going through some things at the time, so I needed some of them pick-me-ups. And there was one scene that when I needed to laugh, I would always put it on. It's the scene where he tells the grand jury, "You're welcome. I've successfully privatized world peace." Right? And he's walking out and he's shaking their hands and he's got that politician camera angle where he's walking down the aisle and he tells them, I serve this country at the pleasure of myself. And if there's anything you can count on me to do, it's to pleasure myself. And then he walks off the camera. I could watch that right now 10 times in a row, and I'd laugh all 10 times. That shit's so funny.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
The only thing that kills it for me is the villain. Like, when I watch a Marvel movie, I expect to be entertained not only by the hero, but also by the.
I feel like a good portion of the Marvel movies, the villains are the weakest part on most of the Marvel movies in general.
Well, we should.
Well, at least some of them have some kind of character. This guy, he barely says anything. He just says, "I want my blood." That's all I remember him about.
I can completely sympathize with that man about that bird.
so my two cents on this. Iron Man 2 is one of my guilty pleasures. I love Iron Man 2. I love Iron Man 2, man. I love it. I like War Machine. I was hype. Was I a little disappointed? Was I a little disappointed that it wasn't light skinned War Machine? No, because I'm dark skinned, and I was like, F that light skinned nigga. But
so dumb.
But I was hyped. I was
for Don Cheadle as an actor over
my
boy.
I like Don Cheadle, and then I know it's corny and I know it's lame. When Iron Man goes to the drinking thing, that was a little bit of heart of the bottle right there. That story arc with Iron Man. And he came out, and then War Machine, Don Cheadle took the armor, and they fought in his house. And he's like, "You want to be the War Machine?" And they shot the thing. I mean, that was a cool moment, man. I really liked it. Like I said, I like War Machine. I really do. I really like War Machine. I don't think Whiplash was that bad of a villain. I was kind of sad that they killed him. I mean, I personally probably would have picked the Living Laser as Iron Man's villain. Because we got Ironmonger, but Living Laser would have probably been a way better villain for a second one instead of Whiplash, because Whiplash just kind of sucked. But I liked Whiplash. I did. I enjoyed the movie. Like, I have it's a guilty pleasure of mine. It is. Like, I top 10. It's in my top 5. If we did a top 10, like it'd be in my top 5. I like the movie. I can't. So like I wouldn't say it's the best, but I'd watch it again. So like it ties us. Like, we got 2 I'd watches again, 2 mess, and 2 trash.
I put it in I'd watch it again, right?
No, you said meh.
I said man Iron Man 2?
Yeah. I thought you said meh. No, you said you do not watch it again.
Yeah, definitely. Because you remember the scene where Don Cheadle stepped in and he was sitting in that old school Model T looking car, and he was like, "Tony, I'm trying to talk the federal government out of rolling tanks up here, kicking down your door and taking these. They're trying to take your suits, Tony." And then he just fell out of the car.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. See, I like Don Cheadle though. I'm an asshole. He plays a good asshole, so I tend to like the roles he plays.
That's all I needed to hear. I'd watch it again.
Okay. I'm not mad at this.
I'd watch it again. All right, next up, Avengers Affinity War. Who wants to go first on this one? Anybody want to go first on this one? We was just going in order. We weren't going in order, like release order. We were just going in order how it had it set up on here. So Avengers Affinity War. Noah. Is Noah here?
Yeah, I'm always here.
Avengers Infinity War.
Infinity War?
Yep. I know you've seen this one.
Yeah, I've seen this one. I'm probably gonna get some heat for this, but Infinity War. I fell asleep on this one.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was the beginning of the movie I fell asleep.
I said, what the hell? You had time to fall asleep on this movie.
I did fall asleep in the beginning, and I had to rewind it. So it did pick up the second half for me.
So, okay.
I wanna preface this before you get on, before anybody get on this case. Noah is not, and Noah is not like big on superhero movies in general. Like when he watches a movie, he judges it without it being like a superhero movie or anything like that. Like he likes films. That's right, just in general, So like for us who like movies like this and everything, who get hyped about it, that's not Noah. So like when he says he fell asleep on something like this, I can't fault him on it or anything. Granted, I know Noah longer than anybody here. So.
But when I did go back and watch it, I don't know. When I did rewind it, I was like, this is not that bad. I don't know why I fell asleep. This is the one that got Captain America catching that spear, right? And throwing it back at him.
Yeah.
Okay. There was a lot of action.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I fell asleep before that part for some odd reason. I don't know why. But I do like that scene a lot. That scene was dope with Captain America standing in the shadows and stuff. They shot that really great. I'll watch it again just because of that. And everybody dying, that shit cracked me up.
Wait, how you felt when Spider-Man died? How you feel about that?
I want to talk about this.
Spider-Man died. Yo, it was great.
It was great.
I think Black Panther got the best death scene though, when he was just walking and he just fell down. I was like, dang. That's just me though. I was on Thanos' side, so.
He was on Thanos' side. True.
Of course. I'll watch it again.
Kind of flawed.
All right. Doom, what was you gonna ask, Noah?
Well, yeah, I was gonna ask if he fell asleep on it like I fall asleep on the shows my girlfriend asked me to watch with her, or did he fall asleep on it like, I've been up all night and I put this on trying to watch it and I just couldn't stay up. But I feel if they're not really your thing, then then you can fall asleep on that. That's what I was gonna ask.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jimmy, Avengers Affinity War. Where you putting it?
I'll watch it again.
Really?
I will watch it again. I actually found it to be quite interesting. Plus, I actually went to the movies to see that one, and I missed like the first 5 minutes, and Hulk get his ass whooped in like the first 5 minutes. So, considering the fact that I missed that part in the theaters, I kind of watched that scene anytime I get a chance, like, because I didn't get to see it like everybody else.
You missed Loki dying too?
Oh, we talking about, wait.
This is Infinity War.
Endgame. Infinity War.
Oh, wait, yeah. He died in Endgame or Infinity War?
Oh, wait, no, he died in Infinity.
I thought it was Infinity War. I thought it was like right at the beginning of Infinity War.
Yeah, because it was
right at the beginning.
I caught Loki dying. That's just how much I missed. I only missed the Hulk and Thanos fight.
That's unlucky.
Yeah,
that was a grade A ass beating.
I was trying to get some butter for my popcorn, man. You're right. It was. He was hammering the shit out my boy Hulk.
Thanos over.
He laid him out.
I mean,
yeah, they wanted you to know that Thanos was with the shits right off the bat.
I mean, he did have a stone. He did have the power stone.
Even using it.
He had it was on. He had it in his hand. He did have the power stone.
He would have to do a certain gesture just to use it. No, he didn't do anything.
I don't know. I ain't seen it in the net.
Well, he threw a knee.
That would have ended the same way without that fight would have ended the same way without an Infinity Stone.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo Hulk, not Edward Norton Hulk.
You know what? I have to give you that.
I got a question real quick. When the Hulk and Thanos fought, was Thanos just that stronger, or was the Hulk weaker, or the Hulk just can't take Thanos whatsoever?
Thanos was that dude.
Mark Ruffalo Hulk can't take that, man. Edward Norton Hulk, that's a different story.
I don't know, man.
Theorize.
Wait, I mean,
all I'm saying is, in the comics, most of the time when Thanos comes to Earth, he tries to take out the Hulk first because he knows he's a problem. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying right there.
I don't know, man. I kind of remember Proxima Midnight dropping that spear on him and him going back to Bruce Banner. Kind of remember.
Well, that happened too. No lie. That happened too. But
yeah, and you remember right before that, Thanos was giving Hulk, Hyperion, and Thor the business, wasn't he?
Black Bolt wasn't there. Anyway.
He'd already washed Black Bolt. Thanos washed Black Bolt right there.
Look, man, Thanos ain't that strong. F that, man. Anyway.
He called Black Bolt Little King. He called Black Bolt Little King. That's what he kept calling the man, was Little King.
I don't think Black Bolt opened his mouth. That was the thing. I think he got him before he opened his mouth. That's all I'm saying.
Hey.
I think he just whispered at him too. If Black Bolt talked to him, if he just talked to him, it's a different story. But Black Bolt, that we ain't talking about the Inhumans. That sucked. Anyway, Avengers Infinity War. So we got 2 odd watches again. JR.
To me, the best, no question.
Oh, okay. That's what I was.
When I went to see it in theaters for the first time, the opening night, I was physically shaking. Like when the Marvel logo popped in, but instead of its usual music, it was like the somber Thanos theme. I was like physically shaking. I'm like, oh god. I knew shit was gonna go down, and I was right. Like the whole movie, I was just in awe in how much Thanos means business. And then the ending happened, and I'm like, this is a movie that would mess you up. And I applaud how much it made me how it messed with my emotions so much. I kind of applaud that. So
okay, I respect it. Isaac.
Why do you keep doing this?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to do it at least once, one time every time we record.
I guess.
Maybe because he was just talking. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. Just go.
You didn't have to actually apologize. I would put this in the best, no question as well. Like JR was saying, I wasn't shaking, but I felt physically uncomfortable for most of that day before I went to go see that movie. So I was like, shit. Mind you, I've read a lot of comic books in my life, but I have never been able to read. I'm sure I'll get there at some point. To read the Infinity Saga, like what happens, what Thanos does, and all that shit. So I didn't know any basis of what was going to happen in this movie. So within the first 5 minutes, I watched Hulk take the most unholy beating I've ever seen a Marvel character take, because Walt, you were saying, yeah, Thanos had a stone. Yeah, but Thanos threw a knee into Hulk's face. At that point, I don't care what kind of stone you got.
Yeah,
he threw a knee, and I was like, "Oh, Thanos is just being surgical."
It's not Edward Norton Hulk. So I
don't know. Probably would have turned it into a barroom brawl. You're right. But yeah, and by the way, I went to see this with a group of friends. It was one of my friend's birthday. We went to go see this movie, and we were going to go bowling afterwards. I was so fucking depressed after this movie. I was like, no, I'm not going bowling. I'm going to get Chinese food. I'm going home to drown my sorrows. Because, look, all right. I just watched everybody vanish, right? Which was already heartbreaking enough. But then the way Spider-Man in particular vanished, I wasn't with it. I couldn't handle that.
Well, yeah, they make me feel that one.
Yes, they definitely make you feel that one. Spider-Man's my favorite character. You understand this, Walt. And the way he disappeared, the fact that he disappeared slower than everybody and had time to process what was happening and begged for his life, I was like, fuck this movie. And not to mention, I had to I went to the movies and then I had to walk down to Hobby Lobby because that's where, who was it? That's where my mom was, and I was like, all right, I have to go down there, and she's in the middle of the store. So I'm walking down the sidewalk, doing my best not to burst into tears again. And I get in there, and she's like, "How was the movie?" And I looked at it, I was like, and then I started crying again in the store. I was an emotional wreck after that movie. It was rough.
I didn't feel that type of way when he finished.
I had no emotional support while I was in the theater. I wasn't there with friends. Like as soon as the movie ended, like I didn't even. I don't. It was in Savannah. I didn't have my car, so I couldn't drive myself home. I had to take an Uber. I had to have emotional support by the Uber driver.
I didn't know this movie messed up people like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus, what was it? I went to see it. I think I saw that movie at least twice because the first viewing I had friends who hadn't seen it yet, so I went again to see it with them. And the second time, in particular, when Black Panther vanished, they got so much outrage because this dude yelled. He was like, "Oh my God, not him! We just got him!" I was like, "Yeah, you know what? I feel that."
Doom.
Yeah.
Doom. Avengers Affinity War.
Wow. So, best, no question. I'd put it up there in that category. And so I'm a big Thanos fan, and I generally don't like characters like him that are really physically powerful. I like the skill-based characters, but when I read Thanos Rising and a couple of other crossovers with him in it, the Infinity Gauntlet, and then there was where he actually had to find the Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
And so you actually get, the comic bubbles of his thoughts, and his thought process. And so I really liked him as a villain, and I knew what to expect. And, I was kind of even more impressed by him because they had to change him up a little bit than he was in the comics. And they did a good job with that. Instead of him worshiping death, he had a reason to want half the universe dead. It does have a loophole in it, in my opinion, because he could have just used the Infinity Gauntlet and tripled or quadrupled the universe's resources instead of killing half the people. We're not going to get into that, but I've been a big fan of his. My son's a fan of his. He dressed up like Thanos for Halloween that year, with an Infinity Gauntlet and everything, and so I think he was probably one of my favorite villains in the MCU up until that point, in Marvel up until that point. But when Infinity War came out, and they did such a good job with him, and him just being calm and reserved all the time, but him still being the alpha, him actually having to show his intellect and gather the stones in that movie. I was impressed by that. I thought that was really interesting, because of the scene with Gamora, kind of pulled on the heartstrings a little bit. And the action was over the top. I mean, that entrance Thor made at the end was probably second best on screen, in my opinion. That was probably second best because the fight was going to hell. Thanos' forces were winning, and then that classic entrance of Thor's. Like that Bifrost with the lightning, boom, and he's just there talking that Asgardian trash, and he hits the ground with thunder earthquake thing, and it was like, man, that's because you know how Thor is, man. When he gets to swinging that swinging that hammer, and he's talking about for Asgard or for Midgard, it's always a pretty spectacular attack, and they captured it really well, you know. And then Thanos showed up and washed everybody. He showed up and just beat up everybody. So yeah, I'd put that in the you know, the best, no question.
Can I just say that, and this is not even like specifically a big entrance in the movie that happens, but legitimately my favorite part of that movie is when Thanos' army shows up outside the force field at Wakanda, and you know Thor hasn't shown up or anything. That's the start of that battle, and as soon as Black Panther tells the army to go, he starts running, Cap starts running. And then they start having a race. They start like outrunning everybody else. And I was like, oh my god, that's so cool.
And Black Panther wins.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. I was like, damn, Cap is really keeping up with him.
Yeah. You are in Wakanda now. There was nothing good for you but dust and blood.
He shouldn't have said dust, but you know.
Yeah. Oh. I didn't even catch that.
Too soon. I did not know this movie effed up people like it was. I mean, I guess I felt like,
hey, I was in line telling them it was going to end like that.
It didn't bother me at all. I mean, I did see it in theaters and everything, and I do remember people crying and everything, and I was just laughing. I guess at that point I felt like you know how anime, when people watch anime and the people who read the manga that's based off the anime, and you know how stuck up they are, and I guess I felt like that because I was like, well, why y'all crying? Because everybody who got dusted coming back. I don't even understand. Do you not realize he had the Dragon Ball? They got the Dragon Balls right here. They are getting they're coming back. Everybody who died is getting wished back. Still. Well, not everybody got wished back. Still, some of it doesn't make sense. We'll get to that movie, but I wouldn't put it, in my honest opinion. This is another one of those where I might get some slang thrown there, just like how I said about Avengers. I think it's overrated. It is something I'll probably watch again. I mean, there's a lot of great moments in there and everything, but it's not. It's just. For the movie it's without seeing any other movies, without having any attachment to the movies, any other movies whatsoever, and just watching this movie alone, I would say, and me not having anything to do with superheroes or anything, like me, just average person watching the movies, it's a great action movie, but I wouldn't say it's the best action movie I've seen, action adventure movie I've seen. No question. That's me personally. I watch it again. I put it in and watch it again. We all put it in the best, no question, because we got majority votes for it. But that's just me personally. Like there was nothing that happened in Infinity War to me that surprised me. Mainly because I got multiple years of knowledge and everything. I wasn't surprised. Nothing really surprised me. Nothing really surprised me, and it didn't tug on my heartstrings or anything like that. It did not mess me up like other people. It did not whatsoever. I was like, okay. This is why this was part one.
Well, I get that, but I would say I don't think anybody went into this movie and was like, "Oh my God, they're gone forever. They're never coming back."
But there was a lot of people.
There probably were. You know, actually, I take that back.
There was a lot of people.
Yeah. Because I think this was like the first MCU movie where the heroes lost.
Yeah,
and then they had to wait for like 2 years to see like how the story actually ends, and then so they were kind of stewing on that.
But it's the fact that it's not that they did what they did, it's how well they did it. Like, just the movie itself is good. Like, there are worse movies that do even more fucked up things to people, and the movie's just a shithole. So, it doesn't hit the way it's supposed to hit because whoever made it doesn't know how to make a movie. These guys, like the Russo brothers are so fucking good at making movies, and they made this one, and I was like, I know they're coming back. this doesn't make it sting any less. Because I will forever have to live with the image of poor Peter begging for his life. I know he's coming back. It'll be fine.
They did that on
Yeah,
purpose.
and you know, it is very uncomfortable to see our heroes beg for their lives.
Absolutely.
In animated movies or in the comics, it always makes me a special kind of uncomfortable. That Superman Hero of Tomorrow, whatever it was, it just came out a few months ago.
Yeah.
Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah, where Lobo
Yeah.
getting ready to burn Martian Manhunter
Yeah,
alive.
yeah.
Oh, please!
Dude,
Man.
that shocked me.
Yeah, it was
like,
rough, So I felt the same way with Spider-Man. I mean, especially because he's a kid too. It's not just that. Yeah, he's a
right?
kid too.
There was other kids that got dusted, guys. Not just Spider-Man.
But like he said, man, they had the boy laying there in pain, and he just told him, "Mr. Stark, I don't want to die." Oh, come on.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
Of course, that just bounced off of Shin's chest.
It
Shin's
did.
like,